Hello, first grade families. Welcome to our virtual open house video.
I am Carrie Bockel.
I'm Lucy Edley.
I am Sarah Lane.
And I'm Stacy Throneberry.
For the next 9 weeks, our first grade schedule will be very consistent. You have a copy of it in the brown bag that came home, and a day in the life of a first grader looks much like what is on the clipboard here.
Parkway has identified learning priorities for our students this year. And while we are on our first 9 weeks of virtual learning, we have reading, writing, math, and social studies curriculum that we will be following. You can take just a moment to read the areas of focus.
We wanted to take just a minute to talk with you about how we're going to meet the individual needs of our students. If we were face-to-face at school, it would be the teacher teaching the lesson and the children participating. With the real-time virtual learning, which is different than the e-learning in the spring because the kids are live with us, it's the same. The teacher is teaching the lesson and the children are participating. We will start small group work and partner work. We would do that face-to-face, and we can do the same thing via Zoom. Children, when we had face-to-face learning, they would have individual accommodations based on their need. The same thing can happen during virtual learning. The accommodations are based on their need and offered and serviced via Zoom. And in face-to-face learning, we would have assignments and assessments in the classroom, just like we will have in our virtual learning, we will have assignments and assessments.
During this virtual time, we know that there's a lot of technology going around, so we came up with some tech tips for our first grade families. So some of our tech tips is whenever you are accessing any of our Zoom links, go ahead and go through our Zoom links page in Schoology. We will update these as necessary just to make sure that we have all of the safety and security protocols in place to make sure that our Zoom rooms are as safe as possible. So go ahead and make sure you're going through Schoology for those. In our resource link, we have our special classes and we have our win time work ideas. And then we have Bolt's tips for distance learning if you want to take a look at those and see what you guys can do to make your distance learning classroom one of the best places for you guys.
The Technology Help Desk is the best place to call or email probably preferably with the number of calls that they get, but both the number and the email address are provided on this screen, and they are of great assistance anytime you're having technical issues.
We know you're getting lots of correspondence from Parkway at this time, but please be sure to read our weekly learning blocks that we send out every Friday and Dr. DeBosch's weekly updates for reminders of things that are coming up. One of those things would be to order your Belle Reeve Leadership shirt for your child. In years past, the different grade levels have had their own color for that grade level. First grade was generally orange, but this year we wanted to unite as a school, so all of our children will be getting the same color leadership shirt. Look to Dr. DeBosch's emails for the link to order the shirt for either your child or yourself as well, if you'd like. And also watch out for our fun Fridays that we'll do to have some spirit go through our community.
On Friday, with our weekly newsletter, we sent out a link for you to write down some questions that you might have about first grade in general, about the virtual learning that the children will be doing for the next 9 weeks. We hope you submitted those questions. We will compile those questions and we will answer them all at the virtual open house, which will be on Wednesday evening, September 2nd. You can attend from 6:30 to 7 p.m. or from 7:15 to 7:30. We'll present the same thing both times. If you don't have an opportunity to submit a question ahead of time, that evening, if you want to submit in the chat button, we will answer those questions, and we will not answer them that night, but we will compile them into a document, and we'll email that out to all the families as well, answering the question.
All right, so thank you guys so much for watching and for having such an awesome first week. We can't wait to build Bellerive leaders and build a better tomorrow with you guys.
Thanks, everybody. We'll look forward to seeing you at Open House.